Hey everybody, Jeremy here, and today I want to show you a microphone that could drastically improve the audio quality of the videos that you shoot on your smartphone, on your DSLR, mirrorless camera, and even your GoPro. And I'm talking about this right here. This is the Comica Micro Compact Directional Condenser Shotgun Video Microphone. And specifically, this is model number CVM-VM10-2. Now you can pick this up on Amazon. The price is $49.99, 50 bucks. And just by looking at it, you might say, this looks a lot like the Rode VideoMicro. It looks just like it. However, this one is a little less expensive than that. And depending on these audio tests that we're going to do in a second, we'll be able to see whether or not this microphone is a worthy competitor and even an alternative to that Rode VideoMicro. So let me show you everything that you're going to get in the box if you pick this up for 50 bucks. Now, the first thing that we are going to get is the microphone. Obviously, of course. So here's the microphone. It also has this little windscreen, but we can take that off if we want to and be able to see the microphone right here. Here it is, all down to its bare bones. And you also are going to get the shock mount. Now the shock mount comes separate from the camera. It does not come attached, but it's very easy to attach. There are these grooves right here on the mic, and all you do is just snap it on. So this is the shock mount. This is the cold shoe that you can use to mount on top of your camera. And like I said, you're also going to get this pretty traditional windscreen that you just stick onto the camera like that, just like any other microphone that you have ever seen in your entire life. Now, in addition to that windscreen, you're going to get another one. You're going to get this fluffy windscreen, or the dead cat. And what this is used for is if you're recording outside and there's a lot of wind, this is going to help a lot to cut down on that wind noise so that people will be able to hear you clearly and it's not just a whole bunch of whooshing and washing all over the place. Very awesome that they included this in the box. And you are also going to get two separate kinds of cables depending on how you're going to use the microphone. The very first cable is for your camera and camcorder, and they've labeled it here too. So basically, one end of this is going to plug into the back of the microphone, and then the other end is going to plug directly into the microphone jack attached to your camera. And if you prefer to use your smartphone, you can use this cable. And it's labeled right here, it says for your smartphone. So if you have one of those contraptions, because according on the box, it shows that smartphone inside of some type of accessory that you can use to connect the microphone to, you don't get that in the box. So that's something that you're going to have to purchase separately. And I've seen a lot of them on Amazon for around $20. So if you choose to go that route and you want to be able to hold your smartphone in some type of accessory, holding it with one hand with the microphone attached to it, you're going to use this cable to connect the microphone to your smartphone. You just plug one into the headphone jack of your phone and then the other end into the microphone, and you will be good to go. Last but certainly not least, you're going to get this carrying case to put everything in. It has the Comica branding on it just right there, and you can open it up and you see all the little compartments where you can put all of your accessories. Now this is awesome. I'm also glad that they included this because this is going to make it very, very convenient for when you go out and you're taking everything with you so that you can keep everything safe and so you don't have to worry about losing small pieces. These little cables can be easily lost. So I'm glad that you can put them right there in the case. So I'm going to connect this camera, this mic rather, to my camera, and we're going to run some audio tests. You've currently been hearing me record on this Blue Yeti microphone over here, but for now, let's start the test. The audio that you're hearing right now is coming directly from the Comica microphone. It's attached to my Nikon D7000 DSLR, and the microphone is about 3 feet away from me, give or take a few inches. Now, with my DSLR, I only have 3 different audio settings that I can choose from inside the camera. I have low, medium, and high sensitivity. Now, depending on what camera you're using, you might have even more audio options for microphones. You may be able to get very specific as far as the sensitivity that you would like to have. But on this camera, all I have is low, medium, and high, and I have this currently set to low. So with shotgun microphones, you have to remember, the closer that you are to the camera, the better it's going to sound. But this is what it sounds like on my particular camera with that sensitivity set to low. In the next clip, I'm going to bump it up to medium. Alright, so nothing has changed as far as the distance from the camera, the volume of my voice. The only thing that's changed in this clip is that I changed the sensitivity settings inside of the camera from low to medium. There are no settings on the actual microphone that you can change, so it's all going to be inside the camera. You might be hearing an echo right now, and that echo is not necessarily the fault of the microphone itself. This room that I'm in just happens to be pretty echoey. You can also hear it on my Blue Yeti microphone from time to time. But once again, I'm about 3 feet, give or take a few inches, from the camera, set on medium sensitivity. And now in the next clip, we're going to go to high sensitivity. So now we're on the high sensitivity settings, and you're probably hearing more ambient noise, more hiss than you did in the previous clips, and that's just what happens when you bump up the sensitivity. And since I personally have no fine control over the microphone sensitivity, besides the very vague low, medium, and high, this is what you're going to end up with. So just like the last 2 clips, we're about 3 feet, give or take, away from the microphone. It's still pretty close to me, talking at the same volume, and now you'll be able to tell for yourself whether you like the low, medium, or high levels better at this distance. And now for another comparison, you're now listening to my onboard camera microphone. The sensitivity settings is still set to high, but we're not using the Comica mic. We're just using whatever microphone is inside the Nikon D7000 right now. And I am pretty sure that what you're hearing right now is a lot worse than you would get from the Comica microphone. Almost always, it's a better idea to use an external mic with your cameras as opposed to using the internal mics, unless you are like really, really close to your camera, and in most cases that's not going to be the case. So this is the onboard microphone at high sensitivity, and the lower that I make it, you might hear less background noise, but it's still going to sound pretty bad. Alright, so I'm just outside briefly. The light here is terrible, but I just wanted to see what the microphone would be like, what it would sound like. It has that dead cat windscreen on it right now, and I'm standing about 2 to 3 feet away from the camera, and it's still on medium settings. There's a plane flying above my head. There's some bugs in the background. There's a spider making a web in my front yard. I need to get back in the house because I hate that thing. I will kill him tomorrow. But yeah, this is what the mic sounds like, and sorry if this is out of focus and out of frame. I just want to see how it sounds. So let me give you some final thoughts about this Comica microphone and all in all what I think about it. And basically, for the price that you're paying, 50 bucks, I think that is pretty darn good, especially when you look at the number of accessories that you get in the box. I particularly like that dead cat windscreen attachment, because that's really, really going to come in handy if you ever decide to record outdoors. I also love the fact that they included the smartphone cable, because when you're out and about, a lot of people these days, they're not walking around with these big heavy DSLRs. We're recording things on our cameras, because those cameras on our phones are just phenomenal right now. And being able to connect this Comica microphone to your smartphone and record and get some pristine audio, better audio that you can get out of 99% of smartphones right now, is just simply incredible. And I really, really love that they included that in the box, because it helps with the versatility. Now, the audio quality of this microphone, I still think is pretty good. Now, keep in mind that you have to be relatively close. I wouldn't judge this microphone if you're trying to see what things sound like if you're 6 or 7 feet away. It's just not going to be all that great. It's not really how shotgun mics are supposed to work. You have to be relatively close. One thing that I did notice in the audio clips that I did record was that there's a slight hiss, a hum in the background noise. And excluding the echo, because the echo is really just my problem, but there is a slight hiss in all of the audio clips that I recorded. Now, those are just the raw, unedited clips. If you go into any kind of audio editing software, whether it's going to be free, Audacity, or even something that you got to pay for like Adobe Audition, you can filter out most of that background noise, and you can raise up the bass a little bit, and you can get it to sound a lot better than it does raw. If you're going to be in a more controlled environment, let's say that you're going to be talking one-on-one with some people, or if you're just going to be in sort of a table type of discussion, in that case, then perhaps the best thing for you to do would be to go for a microphone that can sit on your desk, something like a Blue Yeti. Or if you're just going to be talking by yourself, but you can't get the camera to be so close to you, it has to be further away, then maybe either a table microphone or lavalier microphone will be better for you. But the shotgun mic will work for you wonderfully. It just depends on how close you need to actually be to the camera and what your particular style of video shooting is. It's a very good mic, but it's going to be situational, dedicated to your particular style of shooting. So that's it, guys. I'm going to wrap up this video with the Comica mic on. I like it. I think that is a good value. Just depends on the situation that you are going to use it. So I am going to leave a link in the description to this microphone on Amazon where you can look at it and pick it up for yourself. So thank you so much for watching, and if you want to see more tech videos like this, or if you're interested in collectibles, action figures, that stuff I got behind me, I do that too. So stick around, subscribe, and we'll do those videos too. So until next time, I'm Jeremy, and I'll talk to you later.